ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ನೀವು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋದು ನಿಮಗೆ ತಪ್ಪು ಕಲ್ಪನೆ ಬಿತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ. ಇದು ಧರ್ಮ ಅಂತ, ಹಿಂದುತ್ವ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಧರ್ಮ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಪಾಯ್ಸನ್. ದಂಧೆ ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ನೂ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪಾಯ್ಸನ್, ದ್ವೇಷವನ್ನು ಬಿತ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಹಸುವನ್ನ ಕೊಂದು ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು, ಆತ ಈ ಗಾಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಆ ಅಂಶಗಳನ್ನ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸೋಕೆ ಬಿಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಪ್ರಾಬಬ್ಲಿ ದ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ, ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ, he was the only king who was killed in the battle. I don't think I have to speak anything. And ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ಈ ನಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ಯುವಕ ಯುವತಿಯನ್ನ ನಾವು ರೀಚ್ ಆಗ್ತೀವಿ.
Today we have Mr. Agni Shridhar with us. A writer, director and philanthropist, Mr. Shridhar has also seen the underbelly of Bengaluru, as he was a gangster back in the 1980s and 90s. A native of Bangalore, he is now taking on many powerful people with his movement called Rashtriya Dravida Sangha, which is aimed at preserving the culture of inclusivity in our society. Welcome, Mr. Shridhar. Thank you for joining us. What is Rashtriya Dravida Sangha and how did you come up with the movement?
See, we are Dravidians, and we are from Dravidian soil, Dravidian culture. We know that the most ancient culture was Harappa Mohenjo-daro, and out of that culture evolved Dravidian concept and culture. Now the divisive forces are taking the country in a wrong direction. So, like you said, we want to make it inclusive, including RSS. We started all this because we want to tell them, ideologically we want to oppose you. And you are sowing the seeds of hatred in the hearts of youngsters. We want to clear it. This is not the way to take the country forward. So we are planning to start this and gather as much youth as possible. And just tell them that we all belong to one Dravidian family and culture. We should outcome all this hatred.
Sir, how do you plan to bring about inclusiveness?
By making everybody involved in it, by making them realize that they are all Dravidians. Already youngsters from Muslims as well as Hindus, they started prefixing with their name Dravidian. So inculcate that culture in their minds and hearts.
What do you oppose about the RSS? And do you think the RSS is changing the secular fabric of the society?
Is it necessary for me to tell it? Huh? They have already done it. They have divided the country on communal lines. And even among Hindus, it is not doing anything to uplift or eradicate untouchability. So it is not for me to say entire world is saying it. They are least bothered and they are going with their false propaganda.
Do you think the government is doing enough to preserve the secular fabric of the society?
Definitely not. And what is government? It evolves out of people. Now we are planning to make a change in such governments.
What is a recent issue in the country that has really disturbed you?
Hatred, hatred and hatred.
Have you had any personal experiences that have made you question the decisions made by your elected representatives?
No, it is collective. See, everyone knows it. They are every day telling utter lies. The president of the ruling party, BJP party, state president, Nalin Kumar Katil says, don't ask for infrastructure. That means don't ask food, shelter, education, class, anything. Just concentrate on love jihad. I want to question him. See, that Varna Sankara was there in Bhagavad Gita. Was there Muslims at that time, Islam or Christianity? What is this nonsense?
You talk about being a proud Dravidian. What do you mean by insert Dravidian in your name?
No, because Dravidian culture, there was no violence in it. And men and women were on an equal stage. And like I said, it was inclusive. There was no caste system. And of course, at that time, there were no religions at all. Now we have to take it. It is there in our genes. Our genealogy says that we are here since 65,000 years. Science is saying it. So we are going for it.
Yeah, so just my next question. Citing studies, you have stated that 85% of Indians have been rooted here for 65,000 years. There is also a recent study that suggests that all modern humans trace our ancestry to a single spot in southern Africa 200,000 years ago. Now, if that is the fact, then where is the basis for a Hindu nation?
That's what we are telling. There is no basis for Hindu nation or Christian nation or Islamic nation. We are all humans. We are all from one source. And the Dravidian culture says it.
So your invitation also says no child should cry for food and security. Do you have something lined up in this regard?
That is what our constitution says. That is what meant by the nation. In a nation, all nationalists should live peacefully. They should have the basic amenities. See, what the nation stood for, we are saying it. They are not saying it, we are saying it.
So the recent hijab controversy left many children shaken. We have had reports where they were writing their exams in classrooms crying because they felt targeted over hijab. On the other hand, we also have children who are on the other side of the story and have taken part in violence. So what is your message to children who are in schools and colleges and also the youngsters in general?
You are all children, you belong to one family, that is a Dravidian family. Please realize it.
So you have been the founder and editor of the weekly Kannada newspaper Agni. What do you think of the current state of media and how does it affect the common man?
No, media is totally with the ruling party and the ruling concept. It is not behaving in a responsible manner. That's all.